Hello everyone, this is Darth Coonstyle back on the NovaTrails server. Hope you guys are having a great day. So I just had my previous video put up and I decided I'd record a little bit more, so let's go ahead and get right at it. Here is the gold farm. I kind of showed it off on a previous episode. I haven't really shown much about it, but it's just a big city and monstrosity. And what my plans are is, well, let's just say my plans have changed since I originally built this thing. And I kind of want it cosmetically to look a little bit different, but we're going to pop up here so you can see how everything works. So as you can see, there's ice paths, and I really ended up finding out that I really didn't need ice, but because they fight the current anyways, so it really doesn't matter. But right now, the best AFK spot that we have is right here. Makes it to where we're within loading distance of most of this, I believe. Pretty sure all of it actually, but that's going to change. I am thinking. All right, so originally I was planning on making this about another 8 layers tall. However, I don't think that's really necessary, to be honest. So what my thought process is I think this would be a great spot up here to AFK. Somewhere right in the middle, I believe. I'll have to do some counting and figure out which one's which, but with it being here-ish, I should say, it still loads all the iron farm, which is good. And so we can AFK for both iron and what's it called? Iron and gold. So this is kind of crazy, but I had started filling all of this in a while back. I never finished it, but I'm thinking that it might be awesome to connect this over to there. Maybe not as wide as this whole thing is. I might just go like 4 wide around the outsides and then 4 wide going to the center, but that right there is hopefully going to be our new nether portal. It's what I use to transport all the villagers up here. They're floating in there. So yeah, that's what my plans is. Go ahead and have the nether portal go there, and then you walk across. One of the biggest problems with this thing is that you can't really have a nether portal in it because you'll randomly pop out inside of the actual farm. So that's something to keep in mind. But at the same time, we need a way to have all these drops get to you up there. So instead of building everything underneath here like I started to, which I like this design, at least the floor, but the biggest problem with it, to be honest, is that the walls are just huge. I kind of already built the front, and I'm probably going to rip it all down. But then, so basically what I need to do is, or what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have the killing spot still be here. Probably going out the back here, we'll have a water stream where all the items get dispensed, and then they'll hit a dropper elevator that will go up right here and then pop up top. Now, the big thing about this is that what I was wanting to do anyways is have the iron transport over here as well. So that's a whole nother little project in and of itself, but I'm going to, when I build everything here, I'm going to build it with that in mind. So we'll probably just go ahead and use item streams, and it'll probably just go underneath this bridge and then come out the other side. Probably join up with the items here, and then yeah, we'll have the item elevator going into auto sorting chests up top here. So let's pop up. There we go. So in other words, I need to build a floor. Oh, and I missed. Of course I missed. Just jump down. I need to build a floor up top, and then that floor needs to be an area where we can go ahead and what's it called? Sort all of our items. So it'll be a little bit better than down below because where my biggest problem. Do I have ender pearls? Yes, I do. Let's see how I can do this. One of the biggest problems I was having down below with that design that I used is that the glass and stuff really wasn't conducive for um, hiding away redstone and the like. So this will just probably be a maintenance room or just a cool little area that you can technically come down and use as a XP farm. Because if we flip that there, there's a piece of glass that just went in. There'll be a one-shot kill now, which. But if you stand here, you're not going to. I'm like, maybe if I put an or an elevator that you can go up to where you can use either mode. I don't know. I don't know. I like the idea, but it would require a lot of AFKing for you just to come down and kill things. And we have better AFK farm, or not AFK farms, but we have like the Ender farm and everything else. So I don't really think this is going to be used for XP at this point. So yeah, what I'll probably just do is rip that part out. Go ahead and just have all these items transport over, and then start with an glass item elevator. So I'm going to go gather some materials, and I will be right back. We are back. This has been quite the jump cut, to be honest. The last part that I filmed was 8 days ago, I do believe. Today's the 16th, and I recorded that on the 8th. So, as you might be able to tell by the sound of my voice, I'm actually in the middle of a cold right now. So, I'm actually feeling better today, but yesterday was not very good, and the day before wasn't either. So, but as you can see, I've got a lot of this slabbed out now. We have a little bridge going across. Kind of like this little, it's not really much of a design, but it just kind of, at least from the air, it looks pretty good. Over here, we have the item elevator that comes up from the bottom. So, fireworks. There we go. Just a big, long pillar. And what will happen is the item elevator, or like as we discussed earlier, the items will come through this little bridge here that I have actually built all the way over to the iron farm. So, oh, I killed myself there. So yeah, this comes all the way over here now, and that's where the dropper will be, and it'll put it right off into this water stream. Takes it all the way over. What I'm planning on doing at this point is just to hook up a dispenser or whatever right over here. Ooh, that would have been bad. Let's see. Yeah, basically where those chests are there, it'll just go into a dropper or whatever and start popping out items here. And yeah, I'll just go right down into here. So I'll probably remove this bottom chest and close this to where items just fall down in. So the dropper will go right there, facing that way, and close it, and bam. So then all the items get pushed down over here, and as you can see, they just kind of, like if we toss an item, we'll need to remove that so we can get through fairly quick, but these actually kind of go fairly fast once they get going. So as you can see, they just kind of scooch underneath everything, and they'll get picked up into the hoppers I have over here and get put directly into that dropper, which is right here. So there's those items now. So once this all gets connected, it'll be nice and quick and efficient and all that. But it's been quite a bit of work. I actually had to go grab a bunch of netherrack as well, which is in one of my what's it called, shulker boxes. And let's see here. Let's get back up top. We can get up to where I have my little storage area. I think that's going to look really nice once we're done, especially from the air. I'm probably just going to make a little pavilion with, like right there in the middle, with chests going around the front and back of it. Probably just actually the sides. We'll leave the back open so you can see the item elevator. And yeah, so it'll just items will come across. They'll go directly into a sorter. The sorter will say, okay, we're putting all the iron over here, and then there might be like one row of poppies, and then there'll be gold over here, and then there'll be like one row of or two rows of rotten flesh. That's what it is. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Sorry, medicine's kind of making me a little loopy. Anyways, yeah. So I think I'm just gonna get started on it. I do have, like I said, I have to grab out the good old nether rack that or nether brick that I kind of got from the one farm, that the skeleton farm where I was digging everything out. I spent a good probably 3 hours, 2 hours the other day just smelting and crafting, and so we got tons of nether bricks now, which I can convert into slabs to finish this off. And yeah, so little jump cut here. Hopefully, it won't be nearly as long as the previous one. Get some stuff put together, and we'll bring it back as soon as I'm done. And we are back. As you might be able to tell from my voice, I'm not doing too good right now, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the end of this episode. I know it's shorter than normal, but yeah, I still wanted to get you guys an episode out, so here it is. Now, plans for the future is to get this little pavilion built. We'll get some storage in on the sides. I'm probably going to convert this over to what's it called? At least this part here. I'm not going to do the whole thing in nether brick because nether brick's expensive, but just go ahead and do something like this. That way it kind of just matches a little bit more with the rest of the aesthetic of the upper half here. So we can do that. We'll just go and put, so yeah, I think that'll look, yeah, that looks a lot better. So we'll add that in. We'll add some light in. This might change a little bit. Not exactly sure, but I just was playing around with it, and I'm just sitting here and I'm like, yeah. And on top of that, I got to edit videos still and everything else, so which really shouldn't be too bad. But thanks for joining me on today's episode, and I hope everyone has a terrific day, and I hope no one's sick like I am. Have a good night. Bye.